Now at noon, the investigation continues. One man now in custody and another still sought in an armed robbery at Walmart yesterday morning. And jail gridlock. Some Herkimer County lawmakers hope that the state comptroller holds the key to their goals.
Where the news comes first. This is News Channel 2 at noon.
Good afternoon, I'm Dave Dellecese. Two members of the Democratic minority of the Herkimer County Legislature held a news conference today to talk about some pressing issues that they feel have gone unresolved for too long. Chief among them, whether to build a new jail or board out. News Channel 2's Jolene Ferris has your top story on this Wednesday afternoon. Jolene, good afternoon.
Thanks, Dave. Herkimer County legislators Helen Rose and Gary Hartman say the jail issue has divided people living in Herkimer County for long enough. It all comes down to money, of course. What's the most fiscally responsible choice? Build a new multi-million-dollar jail or board out the inmates? The Democratic minority of the legislature has asked State Comptroller Thomas DiNapoli to weigh in on that.
We've been stagnated too long on this, and it has gotten citizens questioning every aspect of government running out of Herkimer County, so we need to resolve that.
The Democratic minority of the Herkimer County Legislature says they also want fair representation on all committees, and that right now they don't have that there isn't a Democrat on every committee, something they'd like to see changed by the new session in January. Back to you, Dave.
All right, Jolene Ferris reporting live from the newsroom. Thank you very much, Jolene. Utica police have made their very first arrest under the new New York State SAFE Act. They say a man opened fire in Proctor Park, then explained to police that he was just target practicing. 24-year-old Derek Miller of Utica faces several charges, including a felony, criminal possession of a weapon. Police say there were reports of shots fired in a wooded area, and after police located him, he surrendered. Sergeant Steve Houck of the Utica Police Department says Miller was shooting an assault rifle.
What made this particular gun illegal was the grip that he had on it was under the SAFE Act illegal. So that was why he was charged with the felony criminal possession of a weapon.
And as Houck just explained, the grip on the gun is the violation for the New York State SAFE Act. This is a picture of the gun. Sergeant Houck says that this type of gun with this type of round has a capacity to travel for miles. Also, he says that regardless of what the man was shooting, it is never acceptable to shoot a gun within the city. Police in Little Falls say they have located a teenager who had been reported missing. They say 16-year-old Emily Watson was last heard from at around 11 Monday night through a text message and had been believed to be on her way to Williamsport, Pennsylvania to meet her boyfriend. Authorities say local law enforcement in Williamsport located her and that she is in good health. One of the men suspected in the armed robbery of the New Hartford Walmart early yesterday morning has been arrested, although police say another suspect is still at large. This is surveillance video of two individuals coming in and out of the store. It all happened around 3 o'clock Tuesday morning. Police have now arrested 23-year-old Efrain Diaz. He is facing several charges, including attempted robbery and criminal possession of a firearm. Officials at For the Good, Inc. are picking up the pieces after they say that a vandal tore through a community garden on Linwood Place in Utica. The incident happened Friday of last week. For the Good's CEO, Cassandra Harris-Lockwood, says significant damage was done. Trees and crops were uprooted, and Utica police are working with Lockwood to bring the vandals to justice. But she says her main focus is putting the garden back together and moving forward.
But I think is the lesson here that the children are seeing is even after something bad happens, you pick up the pieces, you stick your plants back in the ground, and you water them and you tend them and you go on with life.
Now, she says that she believes this was a targeted act. State police are investigating a deadly accident that happened late Monday night in Otsego County. We're told two vehicles were involved in the crash on County Route 22 in Otsego just before 11 p.m. Police say 52-year-old George DeRoe crossed the center line and struck a vehicle driven by 62-year-old Jesse Snyder of Richfield Springs. His passenger, 36-year-old Cole Snyder of Hartwick, was pronounced dead at the scene. Snyder was transported to Bassett Hospital in Cooperstown. He was last listed in critical condition. DeRoe was also rushed with minor injuries. The Utica Police Department is looking for some new recruits. If you're interested in taking the civil service entrance test, you'll need to file your application by October 4th to take the test. You can contact the Utica City Civil Service Office at 792-0225. If you are coming from another department, you can call 223-3400. Time now for a first look at the weather. For that, here's meteorologist Bill Kardas. Good afternoon, Bill.
Good afternoon, Dave. Good afternoon, everyone. It's really nice outside. Again, a little bit warmer compared to yesterday. A live look outside. We're taking a look in Consumer Square. Sunshine, traffic moving nice and smooth, and it's going to be a beautiful day. Did you catch last night's blue moon? Well, like we mentioned yesterday, it's really not blue. It's just the name that we call the full moon when it happens to be the third one out of 4 in a season. This is a kind of an interesting take on it. I love this picture. It's taken over in Rome by Michael. Outside, things are looking very quiet, nice and dry and sunny. Just a couple of high clouds and fair weather clouds in the highest elevations in the Adirondacks and Catskills. 77 degrees. That was the 11 a.m. temperature. We'll wait for the update to come through. Poland at 81, Lake Pleasant 75. We'll be in the mid-80s this afternoon. It's going to be a warm day up ahead. Take a look at the 7-day forecast coming up. Dave, back to you.
Thanks a lot, Bill. Tickets are going fast, but some are still available for the Children's Miracle Network's Miracle Home Makeover. You can get yourself a $100,000 home makeover if you win, but if you buy your tickets today, you could also get in the running for some extra prizes, as News Channel 2's Janelle Boston explains.
Hi, Dave. Good afternoon, everyone. That's right. We're here at JK Lumber because the Miracle Home Makeover tickets are selling fast. Do you know it's only 1,400 tickets left? I'm here with Dean from JK, the president of JK. Thank you so much for joining us.
You're welcome. Thank you for coming today, and it's a pleasure to be here.
Well, great. Now tell me, Dean, why is it so important to be a part of the Children's Miracle Network?
Well, you know, the Miracle Home Network supports families here in the Mohawk Valley. The money stays local, and I think from my standpoint as a local business owner, that's important to us. The money stays right here locally and supports those families in the Mohawk Valley.
That's right. Now, one of the early bird drawings, the early bird drawing is going to take place on August 28th. One of the early bird drawings is a $500 gift certificate from JK. Talk about that. It's for paint, correct?
That's correct. Benjamin Moore, it's a $500 Benjamin Moore gift certificate for paint for your house. That drawing will be on August 28th, so if you come in and buy your ticket today or anytime between August 28th, you are registered for that early bird drawing. In addition to the $500 gift certificate for Benjamin Moore paint, there's also an opportunity to win 5 hours of interior design by Linda Fake. So if you were to win one of those 2 awards, you could also use the paint and help redecorate your house.
Wow, it's really a win-win situation because, like you said, the money stays local. So not only are you giving back, but you're getting something in return, right?
Yeah, we think that's very important. Again, that money staying local is really key to us here in the Mohawk Valley. You know, there's lots of needs at the Children's Miracle Network at Faxon St. Luke's Hospital. Again, it supports families, women, and children, and to us, that's very important.
That's right. Okay, so that number on your screen, 624-6464. You want to call that number. Pledge $100 because your $100 gets you in the running for the Miracle Home Makeover. Make sure you give because all the money stays local and it goes to help the children and women's services of our local community. Back to you, Dave.
Thanks a lot, Janelle. We have a lot more ahead on News Channel 2 at noon, including old school, new use. The former Remington Elementary School is going to be seeing new life this fall, and we'll tell you how. Plus, an Otsego County attraction gained some national attention as one of America's best roadside stops.
You're watching News Channel 2 at noon with Dave Dellecese and Storm Tracker 2 meteorologist Bill Kardas. News Channel 2, where the news comes first. Listen to News Channel 2 at sunrise, noon, and the Live at 5 News Hour on 100.7 FM, WUTQ.
We're back, and an unusual local tourist attraction is now gaining some national attention. News Channel 2's Nicole Pitt reports from Richfield Springs.
CNBC came out with its list of most unique roadside businesses across America. Number 4 on that list, the Petrified Creatures Museum in Richfield Springs.
Welcome to the Petrified Creatures Museum of Natural History.
The museum opened in 1934. Stella and her husband bought the place in 1972. She's been the director since he passed 16 years ago.
And the shop is unique in the fact that it's got unique fossils from all over the world. The museum is here because of the fossils.
Visitors can dig for fossils themselves or check out the hundreds they have in the shop. Many call this museum a piece of Americana.
We're not big and flashy. There's not bright lights and flashing. It's all just real.
Stella was surprised and pleased to hear the museum is being featured on a national website.
Oh, I think that's wonderful, especially since the museum's for sale, and I hope some wonderful person wants to come and buy it, because I'm getting old and I need to retire.
But until then, she will keep the doors open, ready for young explorers who are looking for a piece of history to take home.
Many times they'll bring their own tools, but if they don't, we lend them a set and tell them how to do it, and they come away with something. If they don't, it's because they haven't tried.
The real thrill is being able to know what it is, to come in and we can show you in the book what it is and identify it for you. That's what lacks when every kid finds fossils, but being able to identify them, that's the uniqueness.
Is that it?
There's a Leptania right there. Not a very good one.
That'll work.
Do better.
If you'd like to come find a fossil like this one, you better act soon. The museum will be open through Labor Day. In Richfield Springs, Nicole Pitt, News Channel 2.
Thanks, Nicole. Well, Charlie isn't just the coolest bear in town. He's also the most well-traveled, starting in Arizona back on July 4th. He was in Utica as part of his trip around the world. Volunteers are passing him along motorcycle to motorcycle, helping Charlie raise awareness and money for the Make-A-Wish Foundation. The funds raised will be split between Make-A-Wish America and Make-A-Wish International. Local rider Mike Olson strapped him in for a ride from Utica to Ogdensburg yesterday, but he still has a long way to go from there.
And they're going to run her from there further north, and then he'll come back and make a trip all the way down the eastern seaboard, after which he'll be shipped to England, France, eventually to India, where we have a large crew, and hopefully by the first of the year we'll have him back in Arizona where he started on July 4th this year.
A duplicate of Charlie Bear will be auctioned off at the end of the ride, and if you want to participate in the relay, you can find the link to sign up on our website, WKTV.com. Coming up, we are living healthy, and nearly 600 people in 20 states have fallen ill with the stomach bug known as Cyclospora. And News Talk is coming up today. Dr. Abby Regner is joining us from the New Hartford Animal Hospital to take your questions about your pets and their health. But first, a quick check of the weather with Bill Kardas.
A beautiful day out there, very summer-like, but the weather will be changing over the next couple of days. All the details coming up.
Now, Storm Tracker 2 weather with meteorologist Bill Kardas.
The dog days of summer today. We have warm temperatures, a little bit of humidity, but a lot of sunshine. That's what I love about these warmer days. They're often accompanied by nice weather. So look down in Norwich, and just a couple of fair weather clouds out in the background. Live look at the radar. Things are looking nice and dry. We are now up to 80 degrees. That's the official noontime temperature at Griffiths. Lots of sunshine being reported. Conditions across the state, 83 in Syracuse, Watertown at 80, Saranac Lake at 77. A lot of sunshine, very little difference in the weather here, relatively speaking, here at this hour. Dew points are in the lower 60s. It is feeling a little bit more humid out there, and we do have just a little bit of a heat index. This is what it feels like, low 80s now. In Rome, Syracuse feels like mid-80s. With the afternoon temperatures climbing into the mid-80s, it's probably more likely going to feel like 90 here in the valley by later today. Radar and satellite picture nice and dry across the state. We look further to the north and west and we see a cold front. That's going to provide change in our weather over the next 24 hours. That drops in, and it brings us the chance for some thunderstorms on Thursday afternoon. Doesn't look like it's going to be a big deal, but the risk for some wet weather will be around. The rest of the day, noon until 5, looking nice and dry, just a beautiful day. Sunshine, a couple of fair weather clouds in the higher elevations. As we head into the night tonight, mostly clear. Clouds start to thicken up starting at 7 a.m. on Thursday. There will be the chance for some pop-up showers and thunderstorms Thursday afternoon. Again, doesn't look to last all day. Really shouldn't be a big deal. And I don't think we're going to get any severe weather out of that. The patterns change a bit for the rest of the week. The jet stream drops in from the north, and we start to draw our air from Canada. Cooler temperatures, or at least back to our average highs here for the rest of the week. And this weather pattern is going to promote more dry weather and a lot more sunshine. Sunny skies at 2 o'clock, 82, 85 at 5. Again, a bit humid and definitely a warm day, a day worthy of turning on the air conditioner or leaving it on in some cases. Down into the lower 60s tonight. 7-day forecast, another warm day tomorrow, 85, a shower, a thunderstorm later in the day. There's that cooler weather here, back into the 70s Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Dry. Should be a very nice weekend up ahead.
Now, I know we had a lot of rain earlier in the season. The fact that we haven't had rain for a little while now, causing any issues at all?
No, but you're going to have to water your garden. You got to make sure you stay on top of that. You haven't had to do that all summer for the most part, but it's a good idea to keep going out there and watering your garden. Yep.
All right, thanks a lot, Bill. Living healthy now. Nearly 600 people in 20 states have fallen ill with the stomach bug known as cyclospora. As of August 19th, the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention had received 593 reports of patients infected with cyclospora. 1/3 of the patients were hospitalized. No deaths have been reported. Health officials in Iowa and Nebraska have traced the cases to contaminated salad mix served at Olive Garden and Red Lobster. The supplier, Taylor Farms of Mexico, has since suspended production and shipment of products to the United States. Medical examinations in Japan's Fukushima prefecture after the 2011 nuclear crisis have detected 18 children with thyroid cancer. The finding was reported on Tuesday by a prefectural panel examining the impact of radiation on the health of local residents. The prefecture is given all 360,000 children aged 18 and younger at the time of the nuclear accident medical checkups. That's because radioactive substances released in the accident can accumulate in the thyroid glands of children and increase their risk of developing cancer. By the end of July, around 210,000 children had been tested. Along with the 18 minors diagnosed with cancer, 25 others are suspected of having the illness. News Talk is coming up. Dr. Abby Regner is here from the New Hartford Animal Hospital to take your questions about your pets and their health. 793-WKTV is the number to call. We'll chat with her right after the break. Some local anniversaries to pass along to you now. Robin and Michael Michelini are celebrating their 3rd anniversary today. They said they had a very unusual double wedding day. They were married on the back of a family boat in Sylvan Beach with their friends and relatives attending, and Robin's mom was the other bride. A happy 20th anniversary to Jason and Beth Ann Congelero of Mohawk. They have 3 boys. Tom and Mary Mandel of New Hartford are celebrating 21 years of marriage today. A happy 26th anniversary to Denny and Joyce Savicki Bojack. They have 3 kids who they say all picked great spouses who blessed them with 7 grandkids. And Linda and Nick Pontero of Cassville are celebrating their 31st anniversary today. They have 4 children and 2 grandchildren. And a happy anniversary to George and Colleen Clemens, who say they lived together for nearly 20 years before finally saying yes to the commitment of marriage. There they are right there. Now, if you have an anniversary coming up, we want to hear from you. You can mail, fax, or email your announcement to the locations on your screen. Just make sure to include the couple's name, the anniversary date, and a brief summary about their life together, and we'll tell you about local anniversaries every day here on News Channel 2 at noon. Welcome back to News Talk for this half hour. Dr. Abby Regner from the New Hartford Animal Hospital is joining us to take your questions about your pets and their health. 793-WKTV is the number to call. We've got a caller already waiting for you. Hello, caller. You are on the air.
Hi.
Hi, go right ahead.
I have a stray kitten that we had found in our backyard. We're deciding to keep the kitten. He's about 4 weeks old. And I was curious as to when he needs to start seeing a vet, what kind of medical attention he needs as far as shots.
Yeah, that's a great question, and congratulations on your new family member. You certainly could take him now to your veterinarian just to make sure he's growing the way he should. There's nothing weird going on because he was a stray. Generally speaking, though, kittens can start their visits between the ages of 6 to 8 weeks old, and that's when we'll start some vaccine series. Kittens, just like babies and puppies, they need a little bit more vaccines right at the beginning of their life because their immune system is not quite up to strength of an adult. So you will have to make a few visits until they're a few months old, but certainly getting them started now will help to prolong the lifespan of your new kitten.
All right, 793-WKTV is the number to call if you have a question about your pets and their health while we are waiting for your calls. Of course, one of the topics that we want to talk about is senior pets, because I know next month is Senior Pet Month for you.
Yeah, September is our Senior Pet Month, and a lot of people tend to not really think about the differences that our senior pets need compared to our, the kittens and puppies that get everybody excited. But certainly you consider dogs and cats age 7 to 8 years to our 1. That's a lot. So by the time they're 10 years old, they're, and the human equivalent is 70 years. So we're really focusing on making them the stars of our hospital in September, and focusing on joint health and weight loss and dental health, just the small things that really can prolong the life of your senior pet.
And I know you guys, you mentioned dental health, and I know periodontal disease is one of those things that you
Yeah.
guys always try to stress can lead to so many other issues.
Absolutely. The mouth is just the gateway to the rest of the body, so any infection there can then go to the heart and the kidneys and all sorts of other organs. So taking care of the teeth can really make a long difference, especially when you're talking years.
All right, let's take another call. Hello, caller. You are on the air with Dr. Regner.
Hello.
Hi.
Hi. I just got a cat. He's 5 years old. I gave him a bath because he pooped over my house. And after I gave him a bath, his nose started to bleed.
Okay. Did he maybe hit his nose during the bath? Okay. Sorry. Hopefully she's okay.
So I couldn't quite hear that one there. It was a little hard to understand. She'd given the animal a bath and the nose was bleeding?
Yeah, probably. Most pets don't, especially if they've never had a bath before, they don't appreciate it.